He'll be handling our program today, and in just a couple of minutes we're going to play a video for you to get things kicked off. It's going to show you some memorable moments from Coca Cola 600's past. So once again, thank you for joining us, and we'll start our program in just a couple of minutes. Thanks.
And Newman.
He ain't made it yet.
Oh, here he comes, all 4 cylinders of fury.
Here it comes.
Rounding the last turn of the motor coach lot. And sliding into position. Is that a 50 caliber at the ready? Ryan Newman, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, we got that one out of the Wayback Machine.
No doors.
1945. Willis Jeep. Got one of those on the farm?
No. Actually, I helped my dad restore one a couple years ago. And he used it to plow snow. I don't think he's got it anymore. I think he sold it.
Well, that's pretty cool. Nice of the Army to give you a new ride interaction with today's soldiers. What's the primary message they have back for you and for the NASCAR community?
Well, they always thank me for representing them, and I tell them thank them for representing us. And I'll tell you a little quick short story. It has really nothing to do with the race, but I met a fellow named Greg Stubbe. He actually has an outdoor fishing show and hunting and fishing show. And I met him last year at the Hall of Fame, and he came up to me.
It's the wind.
Does that help? I just don't want everybody. I want to have good audio.
There you go.
He came up to me and he goes, "You're who we fight for." You got me now? You got me now? All right, sorry. He come up to me and he says, "It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm a fan of yours." He said, "I want you to know." He says, "You're who we fight for." And I looked at him and I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You're the kind of people that we go out there as soldiers to fight for and give you the freedom that you enjoy." And it just kind of took me back, because it's like, well, I've met several soldiers, I've met generals, colonels, you name it. I've met a lot of people. And he came up to me and he said, "You're who we fight for." And and I actually went on Tuesday and filmed a fishing show with him down in Laurel Hill, North Carolina. But just an awesome guy, an awesome soldier, a great family man. But just goes to show you that there's a lot of great people in the U.S. Army, and I'm proud to represent them and the things that they do.
Oh, that's terrific. That's a great story.
It's just when you get somebody that says that to you, and he's an inspirational, motivational speaker. So he captivated my mind when he said that, and it makes it that much more special for me to represent not just a group of people, but an ordinary group of people who are over 1 million strong and give us what we have to be able to not have to worry about somebody flying over us today.
Absolutely. That's terrific. I hear Danica's motorcade has arrived, so let's move ahead. The Memorial Day weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway is known for its great celebration of our country's armed forces. Let's welcome Marcus Smith, the president of Charlotte Motor Speedway, to share some details about this year's pre-race extravaganza.
All right. Thank you very much. Great applause.
You're thirsty too, huh?
I was thirsty? I think I got more applause than you did, Ryan. I don't know.
Most of these people do work for you.
That's what I thought. I planned on that.
Just knowing that for Ryan's benefit.
Welcome, race fans. Hope everybody's doing great today. I love that story, Ryan. I think it's race fans that make up some of the best part of America, I think. It's race fans are everyday Joe and Jill America. We've got these events that you race in every weekend, and Mike, you're calling the race. But the thing that was really special to us when we put on these events is that every single race is a special vacation that our fans have saved up for months, have planned on for months, have looked forward to since the previous year's event. And they make a trek in a family, a friend outing to go to these races, and they travel an average of 400 miles one way to enjoy their NASCAR weekend, to watch guys like you race around the track, Ryan. Thanks for what you do. You put it on the line. I love watching you race. I know you're still trying to get the Bruton Smith Trophy for the Coca Cola 600. You've been in you've won the pole many times, and I know, like I said, you've come in second place, but who knows? You could get it this year.
I would like that.
You would like that?
Can you organize that for me?
You know what? Here's what I'm thinking. If I was a race car driver in the Coke 600, all I would do is push the pedal down as fast as I could and just don't wreck.
There's a fine line in between managing those two things.
Yes.
I got a quick question. I know there's been discrepancy amongst the lights at this racetrack. Do you get credit for the TV?
Well, the TV, you know, I could.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you got a chance now with a bunch of cameras, just go ahead and take the credit for the TV. That way there's no discrepancy in the future.
Well, I'll tell you what, I got to give credit to my dad, Reuben Smith. He is a visionary. He's a builder. He loves to go above and beyond. And what I was thinking, a few years ago, somebody asked me, boy, what do you think you'll see in the future? What's your 10-year plan for Charlotte Motor Speedway? And I thought to myself, boy, you know what? If one day we had a TV that was as big as one of those billboards, or maybe even as big as the double billboard, the Coca Cola billboard, then we'd have something. I mean, that's a big, big TV. And then when we talked to the people at Panasonic, they said, well, what if you could have the biggest TV in the world? And of course, my next question was, you mean the biggest TV in the world? You know? How much are you going to give us? Yeah, right. But it worked out. You know, we found this gold pot at the end of the rainbow, and we threw it all into the big TV, and we've got the biggest TV in the world right here on the back stretch of the Speedway, and it's a special thing. I know all the fans love it. I love it. We turned it on and watch movies all the time. Have a Coke and some popcorn and pizza, and it's all fun.
Yeah, really.
They were Wii bowling on,
Yes.
on that TV
Yes.
from Marcus's office the other day.
Oh yeah, it's fun. You play the Wii?
Was that during company hours, or? I mean, I guess it could be, because it is testing, though.
We had some people here visiting that were going to have a pretty big event here, not a NASCAR event, but a pretty big event, and they wanted to see if it's possible, and so we hooked up the Wii to it and played some bowling. Dale Jr. and I were here last year and played some games on it. Drove the race car.
Did you notice any tweets from people flying into Charlotte Douglas if they asked why somebody was playing Wii bowling on the TV?
Yes, yeah, you can definitely see it from the air. You've seen it, I'm sure, many times. Yeah, it's great. Well, you know what? One of the things that we talked about, and what Mike said, is that every year we have this awesome race, the Ironman race of NASCAR, 600 miles, which it takes a guy like Ryan that's got the mental fortitude and the physical strength and endurance to go 600 miles, and particularly to come out on the end with a trophy. But the other part of our weekend happens before any green flag is thrown, and that's with our celebration of our troops and those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. We call it Let Freedom Race. I like to call it the biggest Memorial Day weekend celebration on the planet, and that's really what it is. We're going to have a pre-race show that we've never done before. We always try to top ourselves, and I think this year you are going to really love it. All the fans are going to love it. We're going to really do some special things we've never done before, and I can't wait for you to see it. I'm going to give you a little tease with a video that we have on the screen right now.
Continuing its tradition as the biggest Memorial Day weekend celebration in America, the Coca Cola 600 pre-race show will pay tribute to our nation's veterans and active duty members of the U.S. Armed Forces. 600 soldiers from Fort Bragg will participate in ground activities, while the U.S. Army Black Daggers parachute team will descend from the skies. The U.S. Army-sponsored NHRA Top Fuel Dragsters, driven by Tony Schumacher and Antron Brown, will rev up the excitement. The sounds of freedom will resonate throughout the racetrack as howitzers fire, and the 2nd Division Marine Band and the 82nd Airborne Division Chorus from Fort Bragg perform. We'll honor the faces of freedom, recognizing our distinguished Medal of Honor recipients. The U.S. Army Color Guard will present our country's colors, with the Charlotte Fire Department Pipe Band performing Amazing Grace, and the Fort Bragg Firing Squad delivering a 21-gun salute. As the green flag nears for the 53rd running of the Coca Cola 600, a majestic B-52 Air Force bomber from Barksdale Air Force Base will soar over Charlotte Motor Speedway. Join us as we let freedom race.
But the other part of our weekend happens before any green flag is thrown, and that's with our celebration of our troops and those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. We call it Let Freedom Race. I like to call it the biggest Memorial Day weekend celebration on the planet, and that's really what it is. We're going to have a pre-race show that we've never done before. We always try to top ourselves, and I think this year you are going to really love it. All the fans are going to love it. We're going to really do some special things we've never done before, and I can't wait for you to see it. I'm going to give you a little tease with a video that we have on the screen right now.
Continuing its tradition as the biggest Memorial Day weekend celebration in America, the Coca Cola 600 pre-race show will pay tribute to our nation's veterans and active duty members of the U.S. Armed Forces. 600 soldiers from Fort Bragg will participate in ground activities, while the U.S. Army Black Daggers parachute team will descend from the skies. The U.S. Army-sponsored NHRA Top Fuel dragsters driven by Tony Schumacher and Antron Brown will rev up the excitement. The sounds of freedom will resonate throughout the racetrack as howitzers fire and the 2nd Division Marine Band and the 82nd Airborne Division Chorus from Fort Bragg perform. We'll honor the faces of freedom, recognizing our distinguished Medal of Honor recipients. The U.S. Army Color Guard will present our country's colors, with a Charlotte Fire Department pipe band performing Amazing Grace and the Fort Bragg Firing Squad delivering a 21-gun salute. As the green flag nears for the 53rd running of the Coca Cola 600, a majestic B-52 Air Force bomber from Barksdale Air Force Base will soar over Charlotte Motor Speedway. Join us as we let freedom race.
Okay, that's just a little glimpse. You've seen some of that before, some of you haven't, but I got to tell you that's not the whole thing. You got to come to the Coca Cola 600. Be in your seats early. We've got Darius Rucker, who's going to be playing a pre-race concert. Does a phenomenal job with that, and then of course we're going to have a really, really special military tribute to our troops that are active duty and of course ones that have gone before, and veterans as well. We've got a lot of veterans that come to the races every year and love their NASCAR, and a lot that will be here. We'll have over 5,000 active duty members of our service here having a good time because of fans that have bought tickets for the troops. We've got a really amazing group of fans that have said, you know what, we want to see the troops there, so for $20 you can sponsor a ticket for a member of an active duty part of the service and their family to come out and enjoy the races. And it's really neat to see so many fans step up to do that. Also, we always like to invest in the fan experience, and this year we've done some neat things. Fans First is what we call it. We've got some neat things that we've put on, that we've invested in for our fans. The first thing is out front of the Speedway, we have brought in a whole new Fan Fest area. We've paved it. Well, this what you see on the screen now is actually motorhome camping right about where we are now. Fans, this is all sold out of course, but fans are actually going to be able to camp right here where we are with this kind of view of the screen, stay on top of their campers, watch the race, cheer for Ryan and the other Coke drivers to make it to victory lane for the Coke 600. It's a really phenomenal thing. What else do we have? All right, we've got, this is the fan zone right out front, in front of Concord Parkway, right in front of the Ford Grandstand over here. It's a new area that's been widened, paved. It's one of these things that, as a builder, you know, we build a lot of things. You don't get a lot of oohs and ahs out of pavement, but I tell you, when it's not paved, we get a lot of oohs and ahs. So I know all of our fans will love the experience and how easy it is to interact with all the great cool things that you can do out front before the gates even open up. I'd suggest, you know, for fans, a lot of people ask me, well, when should we get to the race? Our longtime fans know, when are you guys going to get here? When are you going to get here for the Coke 600? 10 o'clock in the morning? About then? That's a good time. No, the race doesn't start till 5:30 or so, but get here at 10 o'clock. There's plenty of stuff to do out front before the gates even open up. And that's all in the fan zone. We've located everything in a real centrally located, easy place to get to. As you can see right here, we've got a new kid zone area. Coca Cola has partnered with us not only on the kid zone, but also enlarged camping fan extravaganza, and it's things like this, the cornhole, and a lot of, we like to kind of call it the infield Olympics, with great activation in all the campgrounds, infield, outside of the track, and everything else. It's a great time. Check that out. Those are some real fans right there. You got to top that if you're going to be camping in the infield at the Speedway. So we have movie night. We're going to have Minute to Win It. We're going to have all kinds of fun things. On Friday of the Coca Cola 600 week, we've got a Coca Cola family cookout that's going to happen right on the front stretch between pit road and the front stretch. A huge grill, a 1/4 mile in length grill. We've got the Coca Cola drivers coming out that are going to interact and have a lot of fun with fans. We've got them coming out throughout the day. So it's a lunch. It's free for you if you have a Coke 600 ticket. Thousands of fans have been coming out for the last couple of years, and it's going to be another great one this year as well. Friday, that's of Coke 600 week.
And understand at the cookout you're going to have Tony Stewart, Denny Hamlin, Greg Biffle, and Jeff Burton from the Coca Cola Racing family are all going to participate.
Great.
Want to get in Victory Lane Saturday night, or Sunday, what is it, Saturday or Sunday? Sunday night. It always throws me off.
I know, it's most
tonight's this weekend Saturday night.
Right, most night races for the Cup Series are Saturday nights, but this one is special in many ways.
Is it the only one? The only Sunday night?
It's the only race we run on Sunday night.
Special guy to get this kind of delivery. Very own Coca Cola.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Danica Patrick.
At Coke, we are very excited to have Danica join our Coca-Cola racing family. Not only is she a remarkable driver, a fierce competitor, what we really love about you, Danica, is that her personality is so breakthrough on and off the track. Our system is so excited to have you part of it. And we just wanted to welcome you, and you amplify everything that Coca-Cola Zero stands for, so welcome to the family.
Thank you very much. I heard you were thirsty, so I like to have it all, so I thought maybe you do too.
Oh, why, thank you. And it's cold. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, of course. It's most refreshing that way.
So going into NASCAR's longest night, this will be your first Memorial Day weekend in Charlotte.
That's correct.
I'm sure
I went to England and he started racing Indy cars, but when I came back, he was the first person I said hi to, and I plan on being friends with him for a lot longer.
I understand that Darlington at one point was your first race in this race.
Yeah.
Talk about your reaction when you were told that Darlington was going to be your first.
Darlington was going to be my first Cup race, and I sort of felt like that would be a high pressure situation that I didn't feel I'd be able to be as comfortable with. And so I wanted my first race in a Cup car to be a place where I could worry more just about the drivers and the race itself, other than driving the car and putting myself at my limit of capabilities right away. And I knew there'd be a lot of attention on my first Cup race. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of feels like I'm going into my first Cup race again a little bit, but I'm lucky that I get that attention. I'm lucky, and I'm lucky for everybody that I get that attention. But I decided that Daytona would be a better start.
What advice have you gotten?
Pretty much what other people say. I don't know what to expect. Darlington could be just a easy breezy, no problem place if people would tell me that, but everybody looks at me funny when they say I'm racing Darlington. So